Hi BookTube, I'm here with Amy's Tea book tag. This was started by Amy over at From the Dusty Bookshelf. I'll link the original video down below. I got my cup of tea in my Mary Poppins cup, and just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in the most delightful way. It's really quite hot, so I'm going to set it aside to cool. I think it's also awkward to hold it. The tea I'm drinking is Tension Tamer from Celestial Seasonings. I totally didn't buy this because there's a dragon on it. Yeah, I did that. And it has some of my favorite flavors, peppermint and cinnamon, and it also has catnip in it. So I think that's pretty cool. It is a tea meant for humans, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, first one is Double Bergamot Earl Grey. A robust, deep, intellectual, and flavorful book. And I'm gonna go with a very typical answer and go with House of Leaves by Mark C. Danilewski, just because it's almost obvious the amount of hard work that he put into that, incorporating all the codes and everything that are in it. And it's a book that makes you think for a long time afterwards. And it does have a lot of different themes explored in it. Yeah, very kind of typical, but oh well. Number 2, Tim Hortons Steeped. A book you read on the go that you come back to again and again. When I have Tim Hortons, I honestly don't get the tea. I do get my double. When I'm most likely to have Tim Hortons is in the car. And something that I'm currently rereading and listening to on audiobook in the car is Lord of the Rings. So I'm gonna have to go with that answer. Number 3, Meyer Lemon, a tangy, fast-paced read, gone before you fully savoured the flavour. I'm gonna have to go with The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet for this. I'm particularly picking up on the gone part because it was so good while I was reading it, and it made the list of my top books of 2016. But now I look back on it and I can't really remember as much. I'm not looking back at it as fondly as I did when I was reading it. So it's kind of like, it was really good. I was really caught up in it, and then it was left my mind and just didn't stick with me for as long as I thought it would have. Number 4, Chamomile Lavender, a relaxing, calming late night read. Recently, that would be If Nobody Speaks of Remarkable Things, which I was up quite a bit reading last night because it was so poetic. And eventually got to a part where it really kind of slowed down and asked you to like kind of breathe with the way it was written. Yeah. Number 5, Lady Grey, a smooth, subtle classic book, perfect for a serene winter morning. I'm gonna go with The Prophet by Khalil Gibran. Picking up on that word subtle, because it is such a beautiful poem that I don't think you have to be Muslim to read it and appreciate the book. Number 6, Orange Pekoe, a popular novel that everyone's read. Right now everyone has either read, is rereading, or is reading for the first time, at least almost everyone that I'm watching on BookTube, the Song of Ice and Fire series. Yeah, and it's quite popular, and I've read it, so there you go. Number 7, English Breakfast, British classic. I'm gonna have to go with Lord of the Rings because when I picture a classic British gentleman, I picture J.R.R. Tolkien, to be completely honest. Number 8, Canadian Breakfast, a title that tastes a little like English breakfast but reads like the New World, an early Canadian or American work. I'm gonna have to go with A Strange Manuscript Found in a Copper Cylinder by James DeMille, which is also about discovering a new world. It was written in 1888, so that was math. That was 21 years after Canada became a country, so I guess it's still an early Canadian work. It's about these people are out yachting and they find a strange manuscript, in a copper cylinder, and they open it and they start reading it, and that is a story about a man who has gone into this world that's kind of hidden, kind of like the North Pole type area, and all of the Victorian morals of the time are flipped on their head. So it's good to be poor. You seek out death. If you fall in love with someone, you have to be separated from them forever. It's a really, really cool story. And it also has that layer of talking about the story itself, because you also get flashbacks to the yacht and the people reading it and discussing, you know, is this real, is it not, deconstructing the language and everything. Like, it's really quite cool. 9, my least favorite tea, green tea. A healthy book that feeds your mind. One of my favorite nonfiction books is called This Is My Country, What's Yours? A Literary Atlas of Canada by Noah Richler. It's about how landscape and physical environment and locality affects the books that are written in those places. And it's really about Canadian writers. But it also deals with a lot of other ideas like immigration, how things anchor us to a place, and how even just your own physical place, like your house, the room that you write in, affects the way that you write. And it's really cool. Number 10, Iced. A sweet summer treat brewed for the lazy, brief days of summer. And I'm gonna have to say big books. When I think of summer, I think of big books. Infinite Jest comes to mind, and I'm saying that because there's also a big, huge kind of like book club, if you want to call it that, called Infinite Summer, which guides you through reading it through June to September. Although arguably you could use that for any time of the year, but I read Infinite Jest in June, so I think I associate it with that. So I'll link that Infinite Summer website down below. And that's it. That's the Amy's Tea book tag. My tea is still probably too hot to drink. How much try? No, it's good. Lots of sugar. Thank you for watching.